My name is Salinas, and I'm an athletic trainer for the Center for Physical Rehabilitation and the head athletic trainer at Forest Hills Northern High School. I originally started as pre-PT when I was in college at Grand Valley, and then when I was in pre-PT, I started in the athletic training program as well as an undergrad option. So after my first rotation with athletic training, I fell in love with that, and then I stopped even considering physical therapy at that point because I enjoyed my first rotation so much. An athletic trainer is basically an injury prevention specialist. They help manage injuries, prevent injuries, rehabilitate them, as well as direct patient care, whether it's with local orthopedic doctors or other sports medicine specialists. Work in various settings, whether it's secondary school, college, industrial, so think of like major shipping companies, furniture companies, anything that has a lot of repetitive movement. You see injuries in that, and it can help reduce costs to them as well. My patients as a secondary school athletic trainer are pretty much anyone in the building, whether it's a teacher, athletes, non-athletes. I pretty much see anybody affiliated with the high school. Most commonly the student athletes though. Patient population can vary within the profession. You can again work with adults, teenagers, some even in middle school settings. But there's a wide range. You get performing arts, professional sports, pretty much if it's there, there's a possibility for it. Athletic trainers will work in middle school, high school, collegiate settings, industrial settings, as well as performing arts. So think of ballet, Cirque du Soleil, professional wrestling. It's wide ranging. Most schools, as of the past couple of years, have started converting their programs to master's only programs. So you will do 3 or 4 years of your undergraduate degree, and that can either combine into a master's or be a separate master's program. So the minimum for athletic trainers now is a master's degree, but you do have potential to earn a doctoral degree, PhDs, or any terminal degree if you like that sort of research.
Perfect.
Competitive, especially over the past couple of years now that the master's programs are picking up again. More and more people are becoming interested, so you'll go through an interview process, testing process, and say most importantly, critical thinking. Like I said, the schedule or your day will always change. You'll have a plan, and then that'll go completely out the window. But just be able to adjust to whatever is thrown at you, whether it's a changing circumstance with an injury, again, or a schedule issue, or just whatever is thrown at you.
Sounds good. And I would assume in your role, you gotta kind of like kids.
Yes. There are better days than others, but
yes,
for the most part, it's always good.
Excellent. Cool.
Science is crucial to the profession, especially in the anatomy and physiology side of it. You'll have to take chemistry in college for it, you'll have to take biology, but it's all necessary because it sets you up for the classes you'll take later. And all the classes that you'll take in the athletic training program will be more anatomy and movement based and are, in my opinion, a lot more exciting. So some of my favorite things are the people I work with, both coaches, student athletes, as well as other athletic trainers. I like the variety that I get every day, but at the same time, the variety can be a little overwhelming at times. Schedules can turn on a dime. You can go from fine to a power outage, tornado, snow, all of the above, or just rescheduling games, any of that. It can just be a little overwhelming at times. So once I get here each day, I'll go up, check in with the main office, just see if there's anything I missed since I left the previous day. Catch up on any paperwork, any injury documentation from the day before, following up with any doctors, physical therapists, parents that I may have missed the previous day. After that, it's pretty much the time that school gets out, and then it's seeing people for injuries, rehabilitation, and just generally checking in on practices, see how everyone's doing. Then I will stick around until games are over or practices are over.
Got any plans today?
No, just all practices. We were supposed to play East Grand Rapids boys, but that team is quarantined.
Oh,
Or that program is quarantined.
all of East Grand Rapids basketball is going?
All three boys teams are.
Oh.
And our girls are away. Actually, at the spring coaches meeting today too, so I'll stop by that. Seeing as we actually haven't had a season in like 2 years.
Yeah.
There you go.
Alright. I will travel with football, varsity football, and I usually explain that as in football we're on opposite sidelines, especially in a varsity game. There's a lot going on, so it's a lot more helpful for the host athletic trainer if you travel and work the opposite sideline. Otherwise, you'll find yourself running back and forth for about 2 hours, and it'll be pretty exhausting. I'll also travel if we're in the postseason, so usually soccer and basketball, I'm able to travel with them and follow that until they're done.
Got it. And then,
Summers are different. They're not completely off, but my role changes a little bit, like especially in this past year. It switched more into a COVID-19 screener and keeping track of everyone's survey results. But otherwise, I'll help out with our strength and conditioning camps that we run throughout the summer. And that's all in the morning. So whereas normally I'm working from about 1 o'clock until the evening or night, I'm a morning schedule, so it's kind of a nice change. It frees up the afternoons, gives you plenty of time to go out, go to the beach, do whatever you want. Nationally, across all settings, I guess it's around $48,000 per year.